we're gonna try to be even more sustainable, and try to use less material. Well, not material, but like waste less. So these are the colors that we're gonna be doing for our collection. It's gonna be some neutrals and some pastels and some bright colors. So all these images have a story behind them. Like, if you think about this image, it shows how wasteful we are, that we're cutting down trees just to cut them into little pieces and just throw them around for no point. Also, if you look at this image, you can see, like, if we throw a lot of pounds of dyes and chemicals into the landfills of our earth or rivers, those chemicals are gonna cause these plants to die out, or like to not be so green earth. And here, this picture is showing us, like, we can, instead of adding more garments to the waste, what is it called?
Landfill.
The landfill, yeah. We can just upcycle our vintage pieces or like old pieces to create something new, instead of making something new like from the bolt of fabric and just throwing it out. So we're trying to not add more garments to the fashion world that you're gonna throw out in in 5 months, or like less than 5 months. And these pictures right here, they're so unique because they get junk or like things that a lot of people don't use, and they create something very unique and it's inspiring. Like this one is a piece of wood and there's wire, and they created an art piece, 2 faces. Here is like I think it was old paints that they threw out, but they created something new. Well, the old paints, they painted something. So it's junk art. And then here, this images. So there's like junk that people didn't want, but they added onto jeans to make it more presentable, more creative. So yeah, and then this one, it reminded me of branches of trees, and how we can not necessarily like cut down trees, but we can design something that looks like trees, representing it. And then here, I saw this and I got inspired because ancient times, how their technology wasn't that advanced, but they still created buildings out of stones and rocks. And now these days, we have like all these swords, all these natural resources, and people are wasting them to create something that's not really necessarily needed. And how back then they used their materials very precisely and they didn't waste anything. But now we're like wasting things quickly. So that's why these images sort of give you an idea of sustainability and green revolution. So yeah, that's it, finished.